Okay, now I'm back. Now I'm here. uh, okay. Pretty much just gonna be listening to Homestuck music, getting re-caught up, reacquainted. Um, oh shit. Left off on volume 8, partway through, and yeah, and then I might do something extra. What? Yeah. Ah, boom. Okay. Yeah. Pretty sure I left off in volume 8. I don't remember. I do not remember finishing this. Think it was the pretty sure it was this one I left off at. Boom. Hello, hello. I didn't test the audio though, which is probably something I should have done first. So I'm gonna start muted and see how loud the music is. Oh, that's not terrible. Okay. Oh, I didn't do one thing I normally do. Oh well. Oh, wait. The Clark Powell's one of the ones that sticks out through the entire thing then. Okay. Well, sticks through the entire thing. Hmm. Let's see what you got. actually. Track commentary by Michael Guy Bowman. Two of the tracks I put on Volume 8 were collaborations with other Homestuck musicians. Something I've been meaning to do more of because two heads are usually better than one. The first of the two was Gust of Air, a track that James Denver wrote and for which I did the production. James and I are both fans of minimalism, specifically the work of Philip Glass. An eerie looking autographed program from the Philip on Film tour graces the walls of my room. And the primary piece of music that got me interested in composition is Einstein on the Beach, a 5-hour opera consisting largely of slowly evolving repeated figures using chanted numbers and those otherwise unfamiliar. I know his music better from many movies. He scored, including Secret Window, Truman Show, and The Hours. Hi, and holy shit. Surprise live stream. I completely destroyed my sleep schedule to finish the last stream. LOL. The man of Bo himself. I almost destroyed my sleep schedule. I scheduled work off for Monday. I figured I had the idea there was a chance it was gonna go further than I originally intended. Figures using chanted numbers. Is this what inspired the Beatles song? Wait, Einstein on the Beach? It did not. Okay. Okay, because the Beatles. This song came out way after. So did the Beatles inspire this song then? If the stream was 2.5 hour streams, it could have happened. But nah. Hi, hi, hi. Huh. Uh, anyway, I I blame Jaspro's padding mate. Anyway, I knew right away where James was coming from when he sent me a MIDI demo of Gust of Air, though originally it was arranged as a piano solo. Without access to a pro recording situation, as on the Suburb Piano Suite, we knew there would have to be an alternative solution, hence the electronic approach. I played pretty heavily with a set of new sounds, specifically the sound fonts of Ethan Weiner, an audio professional whose work was recommended by Radiation a good while back. Oh, as I have on many occasions, I took cues from, get some ideas for arrangements. Oh, this link doesn't exist anymore. I have to look up. Get some ideas from arrangement, but for the intrigue in producing this piece was that it was fully written, meaning that in some ways I was boxed into a complete journey for the song. Take musically, yet in others, really explore and discover a unique sound for the song. I really played toggling a slew of effects until the tune became rendering hell for my computer. I stepped a bit outside my own range of comfort and got some drum loops from Clark Powell to really polish off the piece, adding a touch that otherwise would probably have would have eluded me. Okay. I don't know. Oh, I guess I can throw this here. This doesn't hurt. Oh, oh, that was the wrong shortcut. Oh my. Did I break it? Okay. Okay. I have my shortcuts incorrect then. That's fun. Let me actually do that real quick. I need to check what a shortcut is on my thingamajig on my computer. Oh, okay, so there we go. That was the button. There we go. Now it's pinned to the top. Tavio. God, that's such a good name. I'll give it to Jake. He got some good nicknames. Tavi is short and nice. Where did I put that? That would have been like around here. Yeah. Afraid of Darko. Huh. Rubber J Lake. Oh, Dark Powell in there. Even in Death is so good. That statement, like, works with a lot of music in this. This is actually one of my favorite acts, I'll be honest. Doesn't overstay its welcome at all. Perfect length. Metaphorical tier list. Open bound. Is that what this is? Is this what this is between? No. We're going to Caliborn after this. My goat right there. Caliborn's right after this. Was that foreshadowing? I guess it doesn't really matter how long other things are. I never realized they counted in sevens. Huh. Okay. Okay, this makes sense. They made some other ones I like too. Okay. Thomas Furkel. Oh, sorry, I gotta pause it. I gotta read the track commentary. Thomas Furkel. Farting with the Beast was a doozy, with little conscious attempts at maintaining structure, other than the section after the intro, which appears a few times to hold things together. It can come off as a wild ride through a bunch of interesting ideas, just sort of strung together like a glass mobile, made with craft glue and shiny twine, and that is a pretty accurate description. The piece was sort of an experiment for me, filled with a lot of concepts that might even have needed a separate piece to flesh them out properly. But I made this piece with the Volume 8 submissions deadline looming overhead. I think it was a little under a week until final decisions on the track were supposed to be. This is also an example of a piece I set out with a clear mindset for what I wanted. Seeing there's no piece based on Echidna and Jade's encounters, Radiation didn't show us his track until around when the order was being decided. I wanted something majestic and regal, something befitting a monstrous queen in an ancient stone halls of a frozen world. Eventually, it developed into a sort of audio tour of Echidna's palace and highlighted the conversation, never fully revealed, that took place between Jade and Echidna as they struck a deal. I love actually thinking about that. There's a cool animator that kinda did that scene, but also does not play. Hmm. Joseph Gordon make his fan animation. I've only seen one comic the way that it'll talking to a denizen car pension. What is that plus? Reminds me of something you'd see in like a on like a book cover. What does it remind me of? I want to say Never Ending Story, but I never actually read the book, right? Watched the movie. But I feel like most people my age has seen Never Ending Story. Maybe that's a big statement. I think about it. A good chunk of my friends haven't seen that movie. Hmm. Okay, Toby Fox. Hive Spot Volume 11. Who are the Hive Spot Volume 11 characters again? Oh, Malik and Kanea? Oh, Lanera. Wow, I was like mixing it up with Kanaya. Kanera. I mixed the two. Oh, whoa, I never pushed that button. My bad on that. When did that pop up? I actually don't know how to get rid of that. I never had that. Huh. I'm gonna need a moment. have no idea how these wings actually got here. I'm so confused. There shouldn't be a button for that. Or maybe there is. Oh. What could this be called? Um, hmm. I can see Deltarune gameplay over, but I feel like it should be like a different track. Hmm. What is this? What is this one? What is this called? Oh, is that it? Okay, okay. I figured out what the button was. I accidentally pushed a combination of keys. Huh. Uh, The Lost Child. Huh. By Toby Fox. I say this like every time I listen to like the Homestuck music, but I'm gonna be honest, man. Toby Fox was not cooking early on. Well, at the first few bit, he picked up quick though. He started cooking here. Some pretty good bangers here, and after this part, he started being more on his game. Admittedly, that's just like what the beginning of Homestuck. Not even like a quarter of the story, right? I do like the idea of how quick he picked up on stuff. I like these slower Toby songs. Part of me feels like these ones are more like him feeling confident. in his own in his vision. There's this gif I love of Stoic eating the Roblox alien sandwich gear. No idea what that means. Oh, more track commentary by Thomas Furkel. Questions Laminate is one of my favorite tracks that I've made. Originally for The Wanderers, because there weren't any WQ tracks, and I liked her portrayal in the comic. I wanted something regal, almost stoic, but also forlorn. With the beginning, I imagine her away from the others in their camp, sitting alone on some stone at night and listening to an old music box. One of few possessions that she could have salvaged from prospects. From there she reminisces, from her perspective, on the progression of the session and her foresight of and departed from the impending devastation of prospect. Okay. Now you can get a section with Doctor and John exploring his lands, but now it was like actually seeing the scene with Echidna. It makes sense in the show. It makes sense to show a lot of things that weren't explicitly shown in the comic in the show. Because there's things you can't show in the comic that the in the show, right? The show don't tell, but actually see the scene rather than be expositioned later. Are you talking about like the legitimate like what people say for visual media, or are you talking more, or is that like actually what she said in that interview? I didn't watch that yet. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like just general like showing things in like a visual format in like a movie, a show, or something like that, a cartoon. So all these volumes of music can be used as background tracks for the show. They can be. I think the idea of using some of them, like some of the major pieces, but also doing like remixes of them, or at least remasters of the sort. Let them give them a second chance to figure something out. Malcolm Brown. Ha. If sneaking music was a genre, here's another one into the mix. Basically, heavily influenced by the Pink Panther theme. You know the one. While making this, all I could imagine was a bizarre Andrew Hussie Elmer Fudd hunting swatches. More or less my first attempt to do something in this style. Also, surprisingly, most of it was played live on keyboard into the sequencer, not something I normally do, and then heavily quantized to fix my wonky playing. It gives a slightly more organic feel, most noticeable on the chords during the Explore section at the end, which may also owe a little bit to the Monkey Island soundtrack. Basically, a bit of music for Andrew's Huntin' of scratch. Shortly before the end of Act, included is the fucking wolf moment for good measure. That was added after the first draft to Rad's suggestion. Fucking Rad. Remaster remixed, but for sure. I mean, interesting. Rather than some generic music made by for the show. Yeah. Fucking Toby Rad, fuck. There was even talk of getting some grumbly vocals from the man himself, but alas. I had quite a bit of fun doing this one. Also quite proud of the name, even if I do have to occasionally explain it to people who don't read the comic. Hussy Hunt. My bad. I didn't mute the mic like I normally do there. Okay, let's Havoc. Vic. Okay. Zvix. Havoc began as an intro section for another song. Made a while back, but I quite liked the melody and decided to make a separate track out of it. I submitted it to Homestuck as I felt the chiptune nature of the piece fit in with the comic style, and I'd been waiting to write a strife type tune for some time. Of course. The track itself has a lot of C64 elements and the percussion and the synths that blend into more powerful sounds, or a more drum and bass style, which is something I quite like to do with my music. Hmm, it's curious. Just because of that, I guess. Vic has some good ideas. Hmm. Okay. So I feel kind of crazy right now about this piece. I feel like the flow of like eye motion is either here to here to here, or it's here to here. I don't know if I'm crazy or not. Like keep looking here to here, but maybe that's just me, and I'm just looking at dog scratches ass. It's just I feel like if we rule of thirds this, right? That'd be like boom, 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 boom. This is like almost right on like the spot exactly. Yeah, and this is like on the spot exactly too, ain't it? Wait a second. Hold on. We like divide this. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I swear this piece intentionally makes you stare at Doc Scratch's ass. By that piece, I meant the art, of course. Oh, Thomas Burkle again. Ooh. Oh, this is kind of like a sick trio, actually. Clark Powell, Toby Fox, and Thomas Burkle. Drifting into the Sun started off as me trying to emulate the opening choir track of a black metal EP. Soon some big drums and some spacey guitars found their way into the mix, in my attempt to make something on the line of ambient black or doom metal. Finally, I added Dave's Blast Off to help roll us with the metalified version of Atomic Empire, which people keep requesting a full version of. Maybe. This was another track that I had a clear design for, following as best as I could the events surrounding Rose and Dave's chat on Durst before creating the Green Sun, focusing more on the atmosphere surrounding the debacle than what they talked about. After putting the original version up for the team to see, Plasmatas offered to spruce things up, and they did, and it was awesome. And then Radiation said he could make some crazy drums for the last section, and he did, and it was awesome too. And that was how Virginia was founded. Oh, I forgot that's what their names was. Okay. I'm actually excited for this song. Like, extremely. Oh, the mic didn't fully go down there. I really enjoyed that. That was vertical. Vertical again. Okay. Gotcha. Then we've got Infinity Mechanism Infinity Mechanism. I'm not sure what to say about it. I played live guitar and cello on it. It was one of the first full guitar based things I wrote for MSPA, and the first that I used my computer to record rather than a Tascam mixing board plus studio that I had used on my very old works. Its mechanical sound and return to the beginning at its end reminded me of Beat Mesa, and it kind of became my own sort of theme for music for the scratch. Also, it is now the first track written by me to be used in an animation, and it's amazing. Okay. Okay. Revered Return. uh, is that like, is this an Eva reference of this artist? Revered Return began as a track called Durgeist, a .px tone composition that Nick had completed some time ago but never managed to squeeze into an album because as a chiptune it had been long overlooked. I decided to take a whack at producing it in a different style for inclusion on Volume 8. I had been looking for a piece that would make as a rock tune, and Durgeist really struck me because of the heavy involvement of drums, its steady pace, and dynamic structure. The unique challenge of arranging Revered Return was pinning down exactly what was what. Dergish had maximum use of its resources as an electronic composition, shifting instrumentation several times in ways that wouldn't translate to a rock context. I found myself in a very subjective position, kind of picking and choosing what things would stay in and what things would be changed, while overall trying to maintain the original structure of the song. The structure, I think, might be the most unique part of River Return. River Returned. It doesn't waste time by really repeating itself a lot. 9 out of 10 times I work on a song, I find myself writing or arranging something that moves in a very basic structure like ABAB or AABA or other variations, etc. Dergesh gave me the challenge of establishing coherency in a piece that seemed to move almost completely linearly, and I made sure to preserve its sort of A B C D E F G B A type structure in arranging Revered Return for Volume 8. Nick Smalley. Remember that thing about Org Maker? Yeah, this song, too. It helped add me asking Andrew Ho to help me finish it and Bowman to ramp it up. And you've got Revered Return. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. keep expecting to hear Delta Brune, Freedom, Multi, and not this. And not this is the musical equivalent of being edged. Evening, hello, hello. So you're accepting the real time zone now, huh? That's good to know. Announce Lotus time. Who did this one? Death BL. That's not a terrible eternal clock. I feel like my circadian rhythm's best when I'm waking up at 4 a.m. and going to sleep at like 9 p.m. In all honesty, but if I do that, I never get to do anything with anyone. Hmm. Cascade. Like, let me play that. Me there. It's gonna be so off from this, but have no frame of reference for Xenoblade. You're reviewing Cascade now. No. It's just the Cascade music. I don't want to do that. No. Track I definitely wasn't too well trying to do. Somehow a minute behind. Although well timed. Wow. WW, have you seen the new Homestuck books? New Homestuck book. I guess. Oh, this one is one of my faves. I feel like most people in the fandom would say that. It's been in Homestuck, I guess. For good reason. Nostalgia is definitely a factor. He is quite the jokester. I was praying. that'd be that'd be a wild thing to like have a realization of. Well, I mean, technically though, right? Technically, he's like part troll. Did you know that John is the only human player that didn't god tier via explosion? And technically, Gamzee's quick as Gamzee. He's Dragon scratches Gamzee. Yeah. Didn't did Dave explode? I thought Dave got like stabbed. Is that what happened? Wait, what? Wait, how did Dave god tier again? Uh, I can't remember when the story it happens at. Would be an act here. Yeah, Dave did get stabbed. Yeah, because he couldn't bring himself to kill himself or something, right? No, he just oh yeah, because he couldn't bring himself to do it, and then he went off the bed. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I just said the answer in my head. Okay, yeah. I did just say the answer. Because he got, because that version of Dave got stabbed after waking up and getting off the bed, so he didn't god tier. I did watch it happen. Yes. Uh, You have to remember, I am a Zoomer by technicality, so I have that Zoomer attention span. Okay. Um, stuff that further back in home, so it's hard to remember for you. Not gonna lie, uh, things just get hard to remember sometimes. That happened 2 seconds ago. I'm still okay. So I guess I'll say this real quick. I'm still like thinking about the ending, right? Because that makes sense. Because I'm trying to think about certain things, and I'm trying to figure out like, did they break the loop? Did they continue the loop? Did it like somehow do both in the ending? And I don't know if it's supposed to just, I don't know what it fully does because I seen some people in chat saying they broke it. Someone was telling me that it continued the loop, and now I'm just curious on it. So I'm like trying to look into it and see like kind of what it could be. Hmm. You think not choosing to fight Ellie, Lord English broke the loop? Yeah. So part of part of me was thinking the epilogues explain everything. Oh, well, that's not part of Homestuck though, right? No. Um, huh. I guess okay. Some other thoughts I was having about like the juju, right? But in Homestuck itself, they break the loop. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to think about certain ways it could play out, and if they, hmm, I guess if they did not break the loop, right, it could still make sense in a way that that the game over timeline is like the timeline where they where you see Caliborn's masterpiece, right? Because he said he had a vision, right? Doesn't guarantee it was a thing. Hmm. And one thing I was thinking you could see could be that John goes back into the story somehow. I don't know. And some other thing I was thinking about was if like the juju that Caliborn had, yeah, but he can't force John to do it. Yeah. He saw it on his land screens. Oh, okay. Yeah. So if that did happen, then it did happen. And hmm, uh, was it ever implied that the people Caliborn fights weren't like dead? Is that ever implied? Does it imply that they were all alive? Alive? Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, but about this. The other thing I was thinking about was like the juju. This one was just being like the comic itself, and Caliborn just had the comic, right? And Briska showing the thing shows them all leaving the comic. I bought one of the ones released a few years back. They have different covers. Pretty sure it was Viz Media or the book that got released. Briska's alive, but other than that, IDK. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Because my friend is pretty it's pretty adamant about them being still in the loop, and I'm curious on why that is. This person doesn't like to just like say things that do not have a real backing, if that makes sense. They don't like to form an opinion without having enough information to state said thing. So I'm curious on why that's their opinion. Oh, that's what they say, and not the other thing. So it's epilogue spoilers. IMO. Yeah. So this person's never read anything past like actually I don't even think they've seen Collide. Um but I'm just curious on why they have certain thoughts on certain things. This person is really, really into the concept of predetermination, I think, or just time loops of a sense. Certain things Homestuck does, and they think Homestuck does it like extremely, extremely well. Still in a loop. I mean, I guess Caliborn still exists at some point in time, right? We see him in Act 7, so like Caliborn is still a problem at some point, hypothetically, even if John ignored him. Yeah. You're interpreted as of one determines fate, and heir birth can be one who becomes free. John can get out of the loop. Yeah. Hmm. I'm still gonna think of certain things. Uh, John's retcon powers allow him not to do it. Hmm. Gets it a lot jokingly and seriously. Okay. Even if a hypothetical alt timeline version of him does go in the loop. Can John really even have any like alt timeline selves anymore that can get to us that certain point? Because yeah, I don't like the retcon at all, but I've accepted for my own peace of mind. And Kurt's making it seem genuinely invested in the post game that that is an impressive feat. Hmm. Oh, I went too far back. No. Okay, it was a sign not to look. I went too far forward. Okay. Uh, I'm trying to. He's very adamant about it, but I'm curious because I can see the ending being both ways. Because it feels like that Homestuck was set up to be like a Greek tragedy of sorts, and I'm wondering if the whole tragedy revolves around John and not his entire crew. And I wonder if it's essentially like John giving up his freedom. Hmm. Low key, John, one of the most evil guys in Homestuck, though. Low key, low key. Uh, Making that deal with his denizen. Hmm. Okay. See, my Homestuck. Oh, my headcanon is that Caliborn, as the author, can create a new John. We found the spare John. There's the one in the retcon section that doesn't go on his quest. Uh, wasn't one of the things that happened in Homestuck that any John that doesn't go on that quest just gets killed? Hmm. I don't know what a class spec converted John would look like. Uh, hmm. I don't know. It's a lot of Homestuck to go, and not really actually. Well, I think I could look into for Homestuck. Think about. Um, Class specs has been kind of an interesting thing, but from what I hear, it's mostly like mostly just fanning, right? Because there's really not much hard stuff for most of it. Yeah, Doom cells eventually die in Doom time limits where there's no win state at the home password. Doom cells eventually die in the Doom timeline. Mostly. Midnight. Oh, acapella. Oh shit. Dude, this is such a good fucking thing actually, but
I hate a moral coward, one
oh,
who
I was
lacks
too
a
early.
manly spark.
Oh well.
I just detest a man afraid to go home in the dark. I always spend my
Pause it for a
evening where
second.
there's women, wine and song. But like a man, I always bring my little wife along. I'm a member of the midnight crew. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew. Wah, 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 wah. The fun, it doesn't stop till 12 on happy old Broadway. So what's the use of going home until the break of day? Now something confidential, whisper not above a breath. I once went home at 2 a.m. and scared my wife to death. I'm a member of the midnight crew.
Because they're inevitable with the concept of the timeline.
Home with the milk in the morning,
In theory, that could just be the perfect run, though.
Rise with the moon,
And then there is no
go to bed
Doom
with the
timeline.
sun. Early
It's
to
got a
bed,
perfect
and
run
you'll
universe
miss
or
all the
something.
fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it
No
will
doubt,
never
no
trouble
decisions,
you.
no
Make
indecision.
her a member of the midnight crew. Wah, 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 wah. I never shall forget the night I made 6 rappers run. Although I didn't have a knife, a blackjack, or a gun, I proved myself a hero of a very high degree.
Those Doom timelines are like what? The consequence of
I ran
being,
and 6 of them
being,
were
right?
running after me.
And at first thought, Lord English Doom timelines mostly shouldn't exist.
I'm a night owl and a wise bird too, home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew. Make her a member of the midnight crew.
Lord English just decided that. How do I live? Oh shit. Miniker goes hard, it does. Actually, I'm still gonna say this. Still probably one of the top albums right here. Oh, sorry. I just like the sound they go for in that one. Track commentary, Michael Guy Bowman. So, like it or not, my signature song seems to be the country ballad made famous by a movie about how Nicolas Cage and John Cusack screw up absolutely everything and destroy the Las Vegas Strip. Hence, for Volume 8, I decided to do a more serious version of How Do I Live that doesn't mortify me entirely. I always had thought of How Do I Live as a breakup song, so as an anthem of dependency between generic 90s lovers, I was underwhelmed. However, in Con Air, it's meant to be the love theme of a woman whose husband serves in the military, giving the song a very different meaning. The stakes are not whether the singer's lover will stay or leave, but whether they will live or die. A thought that is instantly more resonant for anyone who hasn't been in love, I think. The trick to this one for me was cutting out all the bullshit, really. The ridiculous keychain is removed, and the drums are minimal to the extent of sounding like a funeral march. Rather than starting off with chipper little electric organs and keyboards, this version takes a cue from Purple Rain and uses only electric guitar and vocals for the first minute. The vocals start off sounding a million miles away and are subtly brought closer until other instruments join in the second verse. Oh, something curious. A fun fact about like maybe fun fact's a wrong term. An interesting fact. I was on a school trip going to the Chanhassen dinner theater in Minnesota, where Prince's estate and things were. And during this trip, I live hours away from this place, and we were on a bus. We were riding on this trip, and as we're going through, we notice that everything's lit up purple. We get to the dinner theater, all the lights are purple, everything's purple, and we're all curious on why. And when my school bus enters this area, enters the place and parks, a lady comes in and introduces herself, explaining the dinner theater and like what's gonna happen, and guides us through. But one of the first things she says is, Prince died this morning. And that was the first. So we're all excited to go on this trip. And the first thing we find out when we get to Chanhassen, was that Prince died, which I think is pretty interesting. Interesting. Strangely enough, I was wearing a a uh, outfit with purple accents. So I I guess I was mourning Prince early or something. I think that's I thought that was neat. It's kind of sad because it's Prince. Well, I guess maybe depending on certain things that may have come forth about Prince in recent times, but that's still Prince though. So I wonder if the creation of a proper multiverse has grounded to a halt thanks to Ellie because everything that happened is a closed loop with him at the center. Damn. Wow, that's very interesting. Thank you, thank you. Proper multiverse was grounded to a halt thanks to Ellie because everything that happened in a closed loop with him at the center. No, the real reason there's no multiverse because the author, whoever has control of the story, which I guess at some point was Caliborn, right? I added a new bridge section in so that Thomas Ferkel could have a chance to play some real guitar in this one. And of course, he showed his colors as a metal guitarist, sending me a duet between harmonized voices. David Coe also appeared on this track as the gently spoken backup vocalist. Ooh, he did seize control. Yes, yes. Okay, Michael Guy Bowman. Don't disappoint. You got Thomas Ferkel and David Coe here. Have some pretty good dream stories. One time I had a dream that a YouTuber I watched added a secret cutscene to a Vampire Survivor where they confessed to being a predator. So fucking insane. That is that's different. That's kind of young Zoomer coded, actually. Damn. The amount of Minecrafters that just ended up being what they were. Good thing I wasn't on the Minecraft side of YouTube. Ooh.
How do I get through one night without you? If I had to live without you, what kind of life would that be? Oh, and I need you in my arms, need you to hold. You're my world, my heart, my soul. If you ever leave, baby, that would take away everything good in my life. Without you, there'd be no sun in my sky. There'd be no love in my life. There'd be no world left for me. Oh, and
It's good John art.
baby, I don't know what I would do. I'd be lost if I lost you. If you ever leave, baby, that would take away everything that's real in my life. And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want to know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive?
You can tell it's not Jake because he's not like hot. are related. Okay, okay. So I'm looking at the Homestuck official store right now. I guess like the website official store or whatever, because of like the book thing. And I was curious if there's anything on the books here when it was first mentioned. But I'm still kind of scrolling a little bit, and the problem sleuth stuff it makes me more is more compelling to purchase. Problem sleuth has such good like aura. By this, I just mean their shirts and the one sweater. Sorry, their posters and maybe one of this and the one sweater are pretty cool. Homestuck, there's like a lot of things, and a lot of things spread you out more like even. But I don't know. I don't know. The cunty rose mug meme, to be honest, from that one popular post. I don't know that popular post, I guess. If Homestuck had a gotcha, would I play it? Um, if Homestuck had a gotcha, um, I would I would have to think about it. I'm a type of person who spends too much money on a gotcha game. Battle Cats is a solid gotcha game. Um, the last gotcha game I played that I didn't spend any money on though, that surprised me, was Uma Musume. Uma Musume has like actual fun gameplay. Like it surprises me. It's really good. Like it is really good. Because it's like it's like a roguelike. It's a roguelike. It's like hard to build a roguelike, and that's fucking cool to me. But okay. One gacha game that does look like it has really good gameplay, but I don't know if I could like play it. Is Mariah? Is it not? Why did I say Mariah? It's Nikki, Nikkei. That game, yeah, Goddess of Victory, Nikkei. I think that's the one. That game surprised me. I went into that game with like no knowledge of what the game was like because they had a Chainsaw Man collab, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, Chainsaw Man, let's go!" So I downloaded the game. I started playing the game, and the gameplay seemed actually fun, but the game is just shaking ass. It's just ass shaking and gun shooting, and that is not something that was really full for me. Wasn't really I didn't want to play that game because I like playing these games somewhat on my phone if I can. I don't know if I feel comfortable playing Nikki on a bus or like near younger family. That's also another thing. I don't want young people seeing a game that is weird. Gotcha. Gotcha isn't worth it without a good story. At least for you. Hmm. I think the gameplay is fun. It's good enough. Gameplay really matters. Um. uh, Butts in gun shooting, especially if they have a blue girl. I don't know if they have a blue girl though. I didn't get that far. I like got through the tutorial and I was like, yeah, I'm never unlocking the Chainsaw Man characters, so I'm just gonna leave. Man, I have spent too much money in Genshin Impact. I don't even play Genshin Impact. Oh, actually, huh. There's one gotcha game that I like that paying money does not lead to winning. It's like the least pay to win gotcha game I've ever played. It's called Mahjong Soul. And actually wait, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna just open this up and see if this what this shows when I first open it. Mahjong, yes. Uh, huh? I just hit. I just want to hit start game, but I'm scared it's gonna be loud. So I'm gonna hit start game and then mute it. Wow, it's taking a little bit to start. Oh wow, it's updating an entire gig. Wow. I love a Homestuck game with character creation. Ah. Ooh, like what is it? What's that one gotcha game? That that one where it's like just like a dress up game with like certain gameplay. It's like open world. Something similar to that with like different gameplay could be interesting, right? You unlock different like character things, but then it's like a gotcha game, right? Um,
やあ、今日の調子はどうだい？麻雀をする前に少し体力トレーニングをするのはどうかな？適度な運動をすれば頭も冴えると思うけど。
oh, oh, there's an event going on right now. So I don't. Okay, so it's not that loud. Okay. So, I didn't think it'd be full screen. I'm really bad at this game, but let me do this. Oh wait. Yeah, so 800, 600, take me out of full screen. Yeah. This game is pretty cool. I've spent money on this game. This game's like free to play. Only thing you unlock spending money is characters. Like, I unlocked okay. I've spent too much money on the Code Geass collab because I really like Code Geass. Issue is I think I don't want to mention the amount of money I spent. It's not like super crazy, but it is kind of crazy for a normal human being and not one of these like rich people who spend money on these games. Um, I'll say I bought enough of this to unlock some good characters, and I rolled the 5 stars, which the collab was Suzaku, C2, the girl, and Lelouch. If you played this, if you've watched the Code Geass, and I got Suzaku 4 times. Suzaku was the character I wanted the least in this collab, and I was extremely distraught from that. Normally, I have pretty good luck in like gotcha. I mean, I guess I did unlock one of the characters, right? So that is decent luck in any gotcha. I'm really bad at this game though. This is like the second to lowest rank right here, but fun. And these are all the characters I have. Some of these are the only free ones are these two, and the rest cost money. Actually, why isn't this guy my favorites? I like that guy. Actually, you two, you go on the favorites. Drop redacted on Arc Knights and proceeded to get every rate up character on the banner except for the one I wanted. That's how the game does it. That's how these games do it. It's annoying. But that's what makes it exhilarating when you get the hit, the gamble. No. Yes, I'll quit the game. This is when I started, I had to leave for a bit. I launched file 3. My PC started running at 3 frames per second. That's how mods. Oh, damn. This is a cover. Fuck. Damn. Dude, this shit's dope as shit, actually. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Oh my god. Reaction for promiscuous HS videos. I have considered that, but I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that for that kind of videos, just because it's they're like they seem like really high effort. I don't know if it makes sense. Look at it as I'm not a very good reactor. I don't really do the right thing for reaction content. Like I'm talking over the song right now. I have looked at their channel. I have a couple of their playlists saved, and I'm trying to think about how to do things. Oh, I wasn't thinking. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna open this. Cancel. Sorry for that. View. Ah, okay. What? Okay, computer, you don't gotta be like weird. Computer wants to be weird, okay. What I get for using weird stuff on my computer, I guess. That opened in the wrong program, I guess. Yes. Hold on. I gotta do this one more time. Huh. I am trying to open something, but it will not let me open it. And it's kind of annoying. Maybe I can just open it with this. Best quality. Oh, I couldn't happen. I couldn't do it. Why is it saying it doing it then? Some of the programs I have on my computer, I rarely use, and I don't know what it's doing because I have this thing called PDF 24, and it's like a free everything PDF. Anything you do with a PDF, you can do in this program pretty much. And it's I think it's I don't want to say it's fully free, but I want to say it's mostly free, which is a big upside. Hmm. I guess this works. Okay. Yeah, this works. This works. I almost forgot I need to read this at some point. I need to read this. 209 pages. Damn. Wizardy, Herbert, and the Mobius Slipknot. This is on the list. And I can't let this not be on the list. I can't believe I forgot about this. Ah. I can't let myself forget about this one anymore. Okay, okay. Black hole / green sun. Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I am track commentary, Malcolm Brown. Not much to say on this really, except the title is kind of an ode to Soundgarden. Okay. I haven't heard anything good about this, but you sent me reasons. I gotta roll with Hussie through the bad and the good. How else am I supposed to appreciate Homestuck? Also, this title is literally foreshadowing for Collide. Yeah? There's lots of little details like that you can notice on a reread. I assume there's going to be a ton on tons of it. Carefree. Crack commentary. Mark Hadley. Back when we knew Jade as just Gigi, I wrote the first part of Carefree Action as a possible upbeat strife theme for her. It never ended up getting used, but other people liked it and eventually a remix of it, Carefree Victory, made it into the comic. The original was pretty short, so I lengthened it so that I could eventually get it onto an album. Like Suburban Reversal, I recommended it as a bonus track. Okay. Well, you can also make a gag anytime, like, you died as Jade, and, like, if this is a playable thing, or Dave, like, just, like, saves her, essentially, from the future. Like, goes off screen, ends up there, and then repeats. Like, goes off screen at different points. No. Okay. What is no? Oh. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Rad. Okay, and that was sounds like a Sonic level. Actually, yeah. Hmm. Man. That was volume 8. I need to get through more. And that's about normal time for this. Oh, shit. The grubbles. I assume that means Undertale. Oh, fuck the grubbles. Hmm. Hmm. Was that like a fuller version of no? I listen to Candles and Clockwork. Dun, 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 dun. I Why does Archive not have Beyond Canon Album 1? Everything here is from like a specific year or something. That could be it. We Fox worked on early half stop music, so it sounded it makes sense. Clock Counts on clock. Candles and clock. Is that an individual song? So I typed this in. Oh, this is on volume 9, so it looks like I have not yet. Or alpha version at least. I've listened to Prospect Durst one. Is that where that's at? Oh wait, no. Wait. Yeah, I've listened to this one. I did like this one. I did like this. I like Solartris or Solatris. Thing. Hmm. Probably my favorite album so far. Midnight Crew. Probably recency bias, but Volume 8. I think Suburb. Then Prospect and Durst and Wanderers. Volume 7. Medium. Mobius Trip. Hmm. Huh. I don't know if I agree with what I just said. I don't know if I do. It feels like it makes sense, but I feel like it doesn't. It's probably something with music. Oh, Moby Strip is apparently goated, but I haven't heard any of it. If you like this kind of music, it's really good. If you don't, you might not like it. But if you're okay with Homestuck, I assume you're okay with this. It's pretty worth. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh shit. Yeah, pretty good. Um, the little booklet for it's really cool too. Actually, I am just gonna show the yeah. In my mind, this is like a. It feels like a thing that was made to eventually just like start off like a solo type thing. It felt like to get more into his own thing. Actually, uh, call him Gorgor. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, that's all I can. That's all I'm playing of that one at the moment. Some of the Homestuck Beyond Can tracks aren't even out anywhere officially yet. Okay, assume there'll be an album 2 eventually. Only Rape doesn't need to right now for some lol. I eventually assume so. Uh, 10 years after their adventure began, the heroes are enjoying a well-earned retirement on Earthsea. But John still has one last choice to make. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, no. Okay. What is this? This one came out first. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna see what it is. I clicked it. I clicked it. I clicked it. Oh my gosh. I clicked it. I clicked it. I'm not gonna look at it though, actually. Oh wait, something I want to ask real quick. Is this real? Are they really? Is this coming soon? Just like a joke, or is this like? Are they actually coming soon with merch, or is this a complete joke? Skynet's a cursed place. This is oh, I thought this got removed. This is so bad. This is the worst level Hussie world building. High swap writers say they won't work on any of it, but some stuff definitely won't be used. Everybody knows what Skynet's a cursed place. That's real categories. Barco is such a nothing burger. It has to be a joke. You never know. Uh, be, well, I have no idea. This might be a little merch for a smaller adventure. Yeah. Curious on this though. I have to finish Whistles. I did start that one. I think it's just making other MSPA merch easier to find. I will play like only else someday. If I didn't if I didn't start reading if I didn't plan on reading Homestuck like live, I probably would have already played this in all honesty. This thing caught my eye quite a bit. In I'm looking at it's like a Steam page. I can't remember much of what I was looking at. So I didn't like lock it in. But this caught my eye. And the Homestuck merch. Coolest things here. Because I'm a normal business guy. I guess business guy is a way wrong term. Since I work a normal job, one of these would probably be the most. I would wear one of these things. These would be fun to wear. I could wear these on a normal day. The other ones, I don't know. I don't know as much. Like, I don't know if I'd want to get. I don't know if my big boss, like the boss of my boss, would be okay with me wearing anything else. Um, fuck, these would be actually. I like these a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Remember yourself admittedly the renovation goal of the store long term is to have all MSP merch under one site, but there's issues of manufacturing and people buying multiple stuff from different buy merch, but the difference in price plus shipping. So, oh, when you're not from the hmm. I assume this is all. I assume most of the stuff's not made in like the U.S. Do you have to pay like U.S. customs, or do you have to pay like U.S. to their customs? Do they distribute only from the U.S.? I assume this stuff gets made in China, right? Everything gets made overseas. I guess China, India, South Korea too, for certain things. Fuck, I want this. I want this apron. Manufacturers in your cart. I will use my evil witch blood powers to make big jumps. All right, it's a U.S. distribution center. Oh, only U.S. Okay, so they have to pay U.S. customs then. Damn. National 2 plus checks. I pay the Australian price, which is usually like $10, $20 more. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense because of the distribution. Uh, Going from US out. Okay. Yeah. Coolest things. These two. This. All the mugs actually. All the mugs. All the mugs are pretty aight. These are okay. This is the best one. Uh, hmm, hmm. Fucking temporary tattoo. Uh, Everything else is pretty aight. It's pretty aight. This is sick as right here though. From Jane's room. Now this, I kind of want to buy this. and the blood aspect necklace. Uh, at work, I have access to a poster, like a nice poster printer, and then I can do the unethical thing and make and print my own posters. But that just sounds too evil. Uh, enough Discord users wanted that temporary tat design. Damn, they're weak. Those Discord users are weak. Get the real thing. Uh, weak. These are actually both of these are really cool. Hmm. I'm surprised it's not like it's a grub poster. Unless it's like unless I missed it. Hmm. I was thinking if I'd be okay with using one of these mugs at work, and I'm trying to. I don't know if I don't know if it's okay to use these one of these mugs at work. I am what's the term people my age use, man? What is it, like zillennial? Is that they call me a zillennial? The hoodie probably gonna be the extended Zodiac version. See, in my mind, like snowman and vodka mutini are the most okay. Yeah. Well, this is the best one. The Jane mug. Engraved aspect. Oh, I didn't mean to click on the image. Oh, that's tiny, tiny, huh? Like, is that the size of a quarter? Like the size of a quarter, huh? Oh, huh. Hmm. Hmm. Make the mugs look kind of like scary. Like something out of a Goosebumps novel. Uh, this beautiful mug right here. Oh, wait, do all the little cups have like little notes? I guess maybe I shouldn't read the notes, but I'm gonna read Dave if he has a little note on his. Oh, they all do got little like quirky things. Wow, man, they really it really is Homestuck, huh? Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, they all have cool little things on them. That's neat. A little quirk. Okay, they keep it quirky. I don't think they're cute. Oh, self-identified Hope player. Most Hope merch I do not like. It's supposed to go on like, honey, bring out the fine china. We have guests, and it's the rose mug. And these mugs, I'd get jade. Oh, imagine if they had any stuck mug. That is, I guess. Kind of imagine they would need perms. Any stuck. Never heard of it. Any stuck is a cool concept. I wish it got beyond. Okay, I'm gonna write this down. I'm curious. A body horror, Homestuck AU. Imagine all the players are perfectly moored with their sprite per game. When was this made? When was this made? Oh, it doesn't show me when it was made. Oh, is it because it's still ongoing? Damn. It never finished twice. Oh, interesting concept. Huh. I really hate that I feel sorry for Airden out of like a lot of the Homestuck cast. You feel like it could have been done. Some fun things could have happened with that. Act Omega and the Crow Strider AU are in my list to check out. 'Cause both of those are like alternate ending. Oh, well, I guess Act Omega is. I don't know what the Crow Strider one was. Uh, what is that? I have a Google Drive. I have a Google Doc full of things I want to check out. Um, an alt ending. It's more like almost an alt. Okay. Oh. Oh. There's like a small list of things I want to check out. Or wait, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think these are all like alternate endings right here. Oh no, some of these are alternate endings. And then this is like the list of stuff I want to look out, see sooner than later. Like ones that are higher up on my list are like these ones. I think. Um, I guess burning the house down is kind of what I really want to check out, just because the amount of like passion I felt from like seeing certain things there. TLC stuck, tender love and care stuck, both in one different ways. Fisher is also eventually getting an epilogue. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I was looking at the because at one point I was looking at trying to get like something commissioned from like Homestuck art wise, and like the person who made the Crow Shatter AU was like the person that popped up first, I think, when I was looking at certain things. And yeah, Brisket and Jane get a lot, and oh, areas too supposedly creator hinted in the Discord vaguely. Okay. Yeah. Uh, what is? Yeah, I want to read some of these, but I gotta like message. I could get a hold of the creators of certain things to ask. I feel it feels rude. I guess it just feels unethical. It feels wrong, and it feels unethical to like just to read things that aren't like that are more of their own thing. I guess I want to say more that aren't like on AO3, that aren't on like uh sure. Yeah, that would be Yeah, that'd be pretty cool actually. If they're just like it just be me reading it and then enjoying it basically on stream. I think they'd be okay, but yeah. Cause anything on like pretty rumpus asshole factor, I feel like has to be especially treated with a little more like care, right? Except for what is it? I think Vast Air and their FAQ actually just say do whatever, chill out. Basically, I think. Uh, that's what I'm sure it's fine. I mostly assume it's just about like ethics of certain things, right? Like I feel I kind of feel bad about reading Homestuck online. I kind of feel bad about it partially, but I seen enough people else do it, and I thought it'd be a fun thing to document. Uh, Fuck, problems with those good as shit. It's also Vast Area, but that's also a whole other thing. Yeah, Vast Area was one thing that I was especially looking at. Uh, yeah. What time is it? About 2 hours 45 minutes into the stream. I need to catch up with Vassar. He fell off. Um, I think I might have read one page of Vast Air just to see how it looked initially. What is it? They started it when they're like 13 and then stopped or something, right? That one was curious for me. I'll discuss that. But if you in stream before I get a reply, I'll tell you next time I catch your stream. Okay. 9:30. Yeah, this is about the. Yeah, I should actually get around to ending stream. I still gotta. I still gotta do stuff. I gotta cook food. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Fuck, I don't know if it makes sense to eat at 10 though. Um. Hmm. Uh. Hmm. Hmm. In all honesty, I'm not sure what I intend to do tomorrow. Oh. Actually, you know what? Can I do this? Will that work? Oh, that does. Can I make that chat bigger? Oh, I can. Oh shit. Can I full screen that? Oh, I can. Wait, that's not. Hey, that's actually not too bad. Do some wicked zoom in. Hey, that's not bad at all. Oh, it won't let me zoom out now. No, I broke it. Okay, we reset. Okay, okay. There we go. Oh, shit. And that's done. It's fine. You'll be out. You'll be out soon for me. It isn't, but most likely, yeah. Start waking up earlier. Sucks that I missed so many streams over the holidays. Uh, just think about it as like you get to skip to all the post game stuff in the ending. Uh, what was I on about it? I was mentioning something and I forgot because I was zooming in the chat. Oh yeah, what was my plan for tomorrow? I'm trying to figure that out fully. Um, not 100% sure. Read Pony Pal. Was that one on my list or not? I look at that. Hmm. Detective Pony. Oh, Detective Pony, yeah. And then yeah.Essa Quest has epilogue spoilers. Mm-mm. I don't want to start the epilogues right away. I want to like finish writing some thoughts I have on Homestuck at the moment, but I keep redoing a certain part, and I don't really. I feel semi conflicted about Homestuck in certain aspects. Mm. But one thing I do want to say again though is that like Act 6 is better than Act 5. I'm saying that again. Yep. Uh, hmm, yeah, yeah. I really like the Alpha Kids introductions. Like all the nobles are like I don't want to say pathetic. Act 6 as a whole can't be judged on its own. Hey, it's called Act 6. I'm gonna treat it as one act, right? No. Um I like how the nobles are introduced and how it's all kind of they're not they're not heroes, right? They're uh, I guess not Rose, Roxy kills the kills the battered witch. Hmm. I guess Roxy's different than the other ones. Huh. She steals for lack of heroism. Hmm. Yeah. I like that thought process a little bit. Personally, just want things to get better for John. Where I'm standing, I want things to get worse for John. If John gets the worst, okay, I'm sorry for saying this, but if John gets the worst life in Homestuck, I will be happy. Uh, when do you think the animated series will start? I think the animated series will start when I am finishing the epilogues, finish reading Beyond Canon, and then after Act 3 of High Swap comes out and I play that, and then suddenly the animated series will start up. And it'll be perfect timing. That's my thought. And then they're gonna come out with either monthly or bi-monthly episodes. No, you can't do bi-monthly. Well, I mean, maybe you could because it's Homestuck, right? You could do like one episode here, one episode there, and then wait 1 year, come out with another episode. It's like, damn, they're living Homestuck out right there. Uh, I guess now that'd make more sense between seasons in reality, but hmm, uh, for Hello Boss Plus, they got a comic to work off of. Hellaverse. I said Hell of a Boss, didn't I? Uh, fuck, I should rewatch. No, no, no. It's a waste of time. There's other things I could check out. I gotta catch up on anime, but I am a sucker for the Hellverse or Hell of a Verse. Man, I can't wait for the next season to come out. Good. Is that possible at least? Also, Andrew already has pacing plans for the show. and has for a while. Things I want, things I'm better for Jake. Please God, no NSFW stuff. Hussy not being a self-insert. Characters randomly becoming evil without any explanations, less backstory, etc. Gamzee and Urania. Hmm. Hmm. You gotta Homestuck has to make up for the some of the language they used early on. Damn, actually it wasn't even early on. They used that language all the way up to like fucking pretty far into it. Damn. Twas a different time though. Hmm. Oh wait, maybe I should turn off certain things for when I reread it and get the new reader perspective on Homestuck. Well, not new, like the new different version. Already gone. Wow, yeah. Home story has can't change too much story, otherwise it's a different story. Um, I think I'm personally a fan of like animated shows changing quite a bit and interpreting certain things slightly different personally, but I understand it's like a different thought process. I just like the idea of it being a new interpretation of concept characters and like what it overall wanted to do in a different medium. But I don't know. Or there's not like kind of like Eva, right? The shows does a thing, then you need to watch the extra thing. What is it? The end of Eva, and then the movies, right? The rebuild series are all technically different. They're all part of the same thing, though, right? We'll play the unabridged Colonel Sasquatch books A6 A1 and how old stories can be praised no matter how carelessly offensive they are. I can't wait for when Gamzee comes to the big screen. Wonder what a Homestuck story without Lord English would look like. At least their plans up to Act 5 to be pretty faithful. Uh, I, hmm. I think I think Act 5, keeping up to Act 5, keep everything the same early on does make the most sense. For like keeping fans happy, keeping like new people engaged. Then Act 6 pacing, I I'm not like an old reader, right? I didn't read it as it was coming out slowly over years and years and years. But I like Act 6 pacing personally. But that might just be because I fell in love with like the four characters faster than I fell in love with the four main characters, I guess. Vaguely wants to do vaguely more with the cherubs in the show, but might be telephone gaming that, so take it with a grain of salt. I think the Mina intermission can be a mini series. The Mina intermission could also just be like just a quick thing. Just hmm. No, she's kind of semi important. You kind of need to get what do you need from the open bound series to make it still be to get the same things across? What do you need? Can't do a montage. A montage wouldn't make much sense. Uh, hmm. You could do montage for certain parts, have her meet certain characters, and then have full normal. Hmm. Hmm. How do you make open bound more interesting without it just being character dialogue? Since that's all open bound, because it had some visual gags in there too. Cronus probably doesn't need as much focus. LMAO. Yeah. Uh, but if you don't give Cronus focus, then Hussie never steals his horse. Oh, I want to ask you, what do you think of a cherub AU where Calliope is lawful evil and Caliborn is chaotic good? Hmm. If you think about it, you're kind of describing Fairy and Airden. Kinda. Just saying, just saying. If you maybe don't think about too much, but kind of describing them too. That we can switch between these arcs, but the pace in the episode season structure needs to be thought of. Or do they need to make? No, because animation costs so much money to do like goofy things. You can't really like piss off an audience in an animated series. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to continue your series. Hmm. Hmm. What would Callie and Caliburn do? Would it be the same overall like Homestuck story, but slightly different with those two concepts in it? Well, I guess that's what AU means, then, right? Yeah. Unless it just means like a separate thing. No, it would just be the same, be alternate, and huh. Hmm. I think you could cook with that idea. I think. Oh wait. Timing. Oh, trimming. I read that part. I think it only pissed people off because those were real types of people on the internet. LMAO. Kinkery's misogynist who co-ops progressive language. We've all met that guy. Same with Cronus being a creep. You also have to think about the impact human interaction had on them growing up. Yeah. Hmm. In theory, though, have to make more sense, right? You might have to like change up how like Gamzee and the clown cult is a little bit, right? To make it a little more interesting. Hmm. Or would it just turn to like the same thing and just like misguided completely? This both could work. Huh. Hmm. Should be interesting. Very excited to see what they do. It's an interesting fan picture. Carcat is lawful evil. Beck Noir is neutral. Even Lord English is chaotic. So an interesting idea too. Carcatus barely. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Good, but she's lawful. And Calvin comes across as evil because he's chaotic. Hmm. That's lawful neutral, but also hates the law if you think about it. How the contents work for Lord English. Uh, Maybe I should start pronouncing her name correctly. But I've gone this many hours in saying it the way I've been saying it. No. I keep the same way of saying it. It might annoy some people. That makes it funner for me. More fun, more entertaining. He's evil in the sense that he's aggressive, but he never does anything that's actually truly destructive. Yeah. The assumption made regarding their alignment is where problems is the problem of the story could come from. That opposes continuity and thus opposes the system. God, I hate how you say Calliope. Uh, thank you. We bounce between the two pronunciations forever. Yeah. And just like Hussie said for the troll names, man, it's whatever the fuck you want to say. So it's whatever the fuck I want to say. Uh, That's pronounced in the box dub, so I like it. Funny's options pronounce it different every single time. For every line, her name is said. LMAO. That's the hardest one to do, though. Hmm. Hmm. I don't have an idea lock tomorrow. I thought I would have had one by the time I ended work today. True, lawfully but collapsing name pronunciation. Fuck. Hmm. 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 I could check out that. I could throw everyone like a curveball. I could throw the curveball of the century. What is it called? Yeah, I throw the curveball of the century. Oh, and just play this. Here's the real curveball. Playing the Genesis project. That's the curveball to play. Or I can finish Promstock. I didn't finish Promstock actually. Hmm. Does look fun. And I think they recently got an update. Yeah, they got an update like a month ago. How I can not play space from the outside influences. Hmm. For one time this project session. I could. I don't know actually. I don't know if they one of them would be fun with it. I don't think the other would be. Uh but the one who would be okay with it doesn't own a computer. And that's that issue. Uh, okay. So, uh, hmm. I could give him an old laptop I have. I could probably run this game. Maybe actually. Hmm. I don't really trust indie devs and optimization. Sometimes stuff is like actually more intensive than it should be because of certain things. Minimum. Never mind. It would run it perfectly fine actually. Oh shit. Hmm. Also mods for the Genesis project. Oh, I didn't bother looking at mods. Huh. I'm curious now. What? Okay. Think I have to end the stream now. It is almost 10 p.m. Indie devs optimized. There's a lot of stuff around Homestuck. I guess in every fandom. But okay. Do have to end, I think. So I will be live tomorrow, normal time. Not 100% sure what I'm doing tomorrow. Friday will be me playing, continuing my journey on Hive Swap Act 2. And I won't be high when I play Hive Swap this time. I'll be honest, I was high last time, and that was really affecting my ability to play the game because I wasn't expecting it to turn to Phoenix right. Um, yeah. um, so for realsies, thanks for hanging out, and bye. Hive Swap. Fuck. Yeah, bye.